at the impeachment trial. It's actually one of our nominees to school.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, borrowed from Shakespeare's Henry V, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers and sisters. We are gathered here at this time and place to usher in an American Renaissance. Its conception is as daring as the shot fired by the embattled farmers at Old North Ridge on April 19, 1775, heard round the world and immortalized by Ralph Waldo Emerson's Concord Hymn. The daring is unique in the annals of nation states and empires. It is a daring of humility and prudence. It is a daring of knowing what you don't know. It is a daring that renounces messianic visions to employ the sword abroad in the vain hope of exporting democracy and freedom. Reminiscent of Maximilian Robespierre's boast during the French Revolution that if the people would not be virtuous, he would cram virtue down their throats. It is a daring that refuses to play dice with the lives and liberties of the living and those yet to be born, through a global military footprint that is invariably the antechamber of executive despotism. It is a daring forward in the spirit of George Washington's rejection of a crown and the timeless medical injunction, first do no harm. It is a daring that denies presidential candidate John McCain's insistence that, quote, we are all Georgians now, committed to rejecting the Russian ban. It is a daring that repudiates presidential candidate Barack Obama's ambition to end the discrepancy between the world as it is and the world as it should be, an enterprise which would require perpetual war with human nature itself. It is a daring that embraces the admonition of that conservative British statesman Edmund Burke, and I quote, I dread our own power and our own ambitions. I dread our being too much dreaded. It is ridiculous to say that we are not men, and that as men we shall never wish to aggrandize ourselves. The American Renaissance has been born of the wisdom of the founding fathers. It disputes the prevailing military or utopian orthodoxies that are making us less free and less safe. The fact that the orthodoxies are proclaimed as fervently as the geocentric theory of the universe before Copernicus does not make them less false. They are stirring hatreds and resentments abroad. They have occasioned the mindless deaths of American soldiers comparable to the charge of the Light Brigade 100 times over. They have squandered trillions in military spending, which, among other things, has unwittingly strengthened a charter member of President Bush's own axis of evil.